If you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent at a young age and you're worried about all the things you're gonna have to go through, this video is for you. So stay tuned. Hello everybody, my name is Aram. I'm a real estate agent in the Chicagoland area, and as you read in the title, today we're going to talk about becoming a real estate agent at a young age, specifically speaking in your 20s or hell, even your teens. Now, who am I to speak on this subject? Well, I am a 23-year-old real estate agent. I've been in the business for a little over 2.5 years. So I got my license the second I turned 21. So I know all the pain and the pitfalls you're gonna go through and all the hidden things that people don't really tell you about, or you probably never really thought about. I wanna start with the negatives and then work our way to the positives. And I'll give you one positive right now. There's only maybe a couple negatives working against you when you were a young real estate agent, but the majority of the things are all positive. So let's get into the negatives. Will there be people that are uncomfortable working with you? Yes, there will be. I'm sorry, that's life. Let's switch over to a positive. Because you're young, there will be people that want to work with you for that reason alone. Because you're going to have that fire, you're going to have that young energy. Everybody wants to root for the underdog. And when you're that young kid hustling and you show people that you really work hard and you care about them, you're dedicated, they will want to root for you. Just like you naturally always want to root for the underdog, even though you know they have a very slim chance of winning. That's how I got my first listing. My client was willing to take a chance on me and bet on the underdog because I told them, I'm 21, never sold any real estate in my entire life, and you will be my first client. He hired me anyway that day for a 6% commission. I mentioned 6% because I want to let you know I didn't have to discount my commission to get a listing at I think it was a $700,000 house. The only other negative that you have to worry about is this. When you get into business, everybody will tell you the first area you should market to is your sphere of influence, your friends, your family, people that know you, like you, and trust you already. But the problem with that is when you're 18, 21 years old, getting into real estate, all of your friends are either in college or don't have a job, don't have credit, are too busy getting drunk, partying, this, that, and they're not even thinking about real estate. So how the hell are you going to make any money prospecting your sphere of influence if they're not in any position to buy a house in like 5 years, right? Sorry, I got a couple of emails there dinging in my ear. So those are some negatives. Now let's move over to all the positives that you're going to go through as a young real estate agent. One of the biggest, most difficult things to do in real estate, because there's so many agents and everybody's doing the same thing pretty much, it's hard to stand out and differentiate yourself. Now, being young does that for you automatically. No matter where you go, what office you're in, no matter what seller you're talking to, they will remember you because you were so young. And there will be a little bit of admiration too and like appreciation for what you're trying to do. And as long as you're not dumb, your age will never play a factor in whether you will get business or not get business. Now, if you're dumb, you don't know what you're talking about, you haven't put in the time, the effort to educate yourself and perfect your craft, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 50, 70, you will not get business because people will tell and they don't want to work with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. See, in the real world, age is irrelevant. College degrees, irrelevant. It's all about your skill set and what you can demonstrate. Not what you can say you can do, what you can demonstrate. So if you're a young real estate agent and you have all your scripts down, you have your conversations memorized, you know what to say, when to say it, you show up, suit and tie, you're ready to go, you're looking professional, you're not too nervous, all that is demonstrating that you know what you're doing and you're confident. And that is all you need to get business at a young age. As long as you put in the time, your age will not stop you from getting business. Matter of fact, it will help you get business because, number one, you can differentiate yourself from the competition simply by your age. Because here's a fun fact. The average age of a real estate agent, can you guess? I'll give you 3 seconds. Is 58 years old. That's very old. Now, there's going to be a technology gap in between. Some of the older agents don't know how to use the internet. barely send emails. They don't use DocuSign. If you don't know these terms, you will when you get into the business, right? All they do is put houses on the MLS and wait. That's not how that works anymore, right? If you're marketing, all they do is postcards or maybe, I don't know, these handwritten notes, which work great. But being a youngster, you understand social media. You understand how the young population thinks and operates. And you can use that to your advantage, ladies and gentlemen, right? You probably already know how to use this phone. You already know how to make videos, edit them, this, that, and the other. So you actually have a dramatic advantage over anybody that's old or hell, even experienced. Now that you kind of sold you on being young and not having to worry about it too much, now as long as you educate yourself and you dedicate yourself to your craft, you'll be fine. Let's talk about some things, some conversation that will come up that you can actually use your age to get business. And here's how you do it. Let's say you're meeting with the seller and not just your age, inexperience. Because if you're just getting into business, a lot of my YouTube subscribers are going to be young people just getting your licenses. The biggest complaint you're going to have is experience, right? They're going to be like, well, have you sold anything at all? This, that, and the other. Rarely will they even ask about your age to begin with. So all that, you're overthinking it to begin with. Experience is what they want. Now, being a young agent, you're not going to have experience. Sorry, just like, if you just graduate college, you want to be an accountant, they want experience. So how do you get around that? For real estate, it's actually very easy to do. One way you could say it is, I don't have any clients, I have no experience, which means I can dedicate 100% of my time, energy, and effort in getting the job done for you and making sure that your needs are met, right? So you can go with that angle. And then, I always like to add on that whatever office you're working in, they're going to have agents who are experienced, who are top producers, right? And just let them know, like, listen, I work with a couple of top producers in my office that mentor me. So if there's anything that I don't know how to do, they will step in, they will help me out. That way you're going to get a young hustler who's willing to work for you 24/7, and you're going to get 20, 30 years of combined experience on your side all at the same time. Boom. And that's it. That's it. So if you're 21 years old, thinking about getting into business, or however old you are, thinking about getting into business, and you're young and you're worried that people won't work with you because of your age, this, that, and the other, nonsense. Nonsense. If you're a good, genuine human being, you're skilled, you dedicate yourself to your craft, people can see you're trying to hustle, you're trying to make things happen, you will get business. Your age will not play a factor. It will actually help you more than it will hurt you. So anything that you've heard, any story you've told yourself is bullshit. I had to let that cuss word out. I don't know what happens with YouTube and when you cuss, but just to show you how real it is, right? I'm 23. I've only lost one listing, I want to say, for being so young. It was a $4.5 million house, and like I mentioned this story in the past, I lost the listing for, number one, not being in the area, because I was 55 minutes away from the house. Number two, I never sold a house over $1 million, so that inexperience with the marketplace and being so far away, it were the main reasons he didn't hire me. Being young was like, oh, and you're young. It didn't really stop me. Matter of fact, it's what made him want to meet with me. It got me in the door, right? My skills weren't quite there yet to get the business, but that will come with time. Just be patient and get after it, hustle, and you will make some money. You will succeed. It's that simple. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, RMG Realty on Instagram. All my DMs get answered. Or you can leave a comment below, like this video, share it so more people can see it and make some money as well. Thank you again. Have a great day.